All right, court is calling 2024 CR 2468, State of Texas versus Lorinda and Tarango. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
David Martin.
Defense?
Marissa Giovanco.
And are you Ms. Tarango?
Yes.
Counsel, have you received all of the discovery?
We have, Judge.
Did you review it with your client?
We have, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Tarango, did you review the document entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on an indictment as presented?
No, Judge, we're going to proceed on the lesser included offense of assault causing bodily injury. Class A misdemeanor.
No objections.
All right, is that going to be family violence?
No, it's not.
All right, Ms. Tarango, did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Did you understand the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault bodily injury as a Class A misdemeanor?
Yes.
Range of punishment is up to a $4,000 fine and up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail. Did you understand?
Yes.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty, sentence you up to a $4,000 fine and up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail? Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
She has.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I do believe she
Do you
does.
believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, I do.
Ms. Tarango, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault bodily injury, and they're recommending deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Judge.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Judge.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Did you sign it in both places?
Yes.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, I do.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Judge.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for 1 year. There be no contact with the complainant and anger management. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes.
Then to the lesser included offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence.
Law for states one with the attachment.
No objections, Judge. I have gone over it with my client.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Waiving Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it?
Yes.
Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We are, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, my client has no criminal history. She works for the U.S. Attorney's Office, is that correct? And she's been there for
10 years.
10 years. She is an upstanding citizen and she made a mistake, with a
Not made a
teenager.
choice.
Absolutely. She made a choice and she understands that and is accepting responsibility for her choice. And we just ask that you follow the plea bargain, Judge.
All right, so what happened?
We were at a volleyball game and the child came, it all started off with the coach. And the coach's child was bullying one of the other kids. And I went down there to break it up. And anyway, the girl called me a bad word.
Mhm.
So my husband at that point got up, we got up to leave. And I was talking to one of the parents and well, they got up and they left and they came through where I was standing speaking to the other parent. And I made a bad choice
All right.
because she did call me another name again.
I understand. So you just can't do that. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And I see the game was forfeited because a lot of parents just left.
Yes.
All right. And the complainant, she's not related to you at all? This is the coach's child?
No, this is just another girl that played on the team.
All right. Well, I don't know when people will address bullying. My mom would address it head on. All right.
Well, I got in trouble for it.
Yeah.
And Judge, one more thing. The other concern is my client's daughter still does play volleyball. And so I believe there is the possibility and likelihood that they will be at the same volleyball game. She understands she's not to talk to this child. She understands she's not to, sit next to
She's
them.
just
or
gonna
talk
have
to
to
them.
drop her daughter off and
Okay,
wait in the car.
okay.
Sometimes these are consequences for our actions. So she'll have to drop her daughter off. And if anybody's being bullied, report it. And if that doesn't do it, because I'm assuming these are organized sports
Yes.
and they have higher ups. If there's an issue with the coach who's allowing the girls to bully each other, then you need to go above his head, or as they say, go above his pay grade. And sometimes when you throw the words in, well, I guess I'll have to get an attorney. That's usually when people stand up and listen. So if you put it in writing, I'm not telling you what to do, but I would put it in writing and say, this is what I witnessed. There's bullying going on. The coach is not addressing these issues. I guess after you, my next step is to contact my attorney. Then usually people pay attention. And I would also suggest that you tell them that you want to see their handbook, because they should have a handbook. All the organized sports are supposed to have a handbook like the schools do, what their rules are. And that way, when you send whatever letter you're going to send, you can go to a specific rule. And if they don't have a handbook, then they should. All right. All right. Do y'all want to speak of length of probation?
Again, Judge, my client is an upstanding citizen who's been a government employee for 10 years and she's never been in trouble before. She is motivated, understands what she did was wrong. She is motivated to do anything that you ask of her. And we ask that you follow the recommendation from the state and keep it at 1 year probation.
The 1 year's our recommendation.
Oh, see, but defense, since you told me to keep it at 1, I was leaning towards 6 months.
We're okay with that as well, Judge.
Well, you're gonna make an argument.
I reiterate all of my previous arguments, Judge. She will be successful. And I think this was a one-time mistake and I think 6 months is sufficient.
Okay. That just turned on a dime. We should bring Mr. Cox in here. Mr. Cox, you want to join in the argument? State.
And I do
Absolutely.
have to tell you, the child I was defending was not my child. It was another child.
No, I appreciate when people step up. I think we all owe a duty. It really takes a village to raise children. My motto is always, if you see something, say something, not, act physically, unless you have to, because there's no one else around. All right. State, I know you're asking for 1 year. Do you have any objection? It is a misdemeanor. She doesn't have any priors. At least that's what's being presented to me. There are underlying circumstances with why this happened. Is there any objection to the court going below your recommendation for the community supervision?
In the courts.
All right, thank you. All right, and then, of course, if you are unsuccessful or if they feel it needs to be extended, it can be extended up to 14 months. You understand? Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Well, actually, more than 14 months. You can be extended for 2 years, okay? All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 6 months deferred adjudication. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's to be regular random UAs. There's to be proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's to be no contact with the complainant. If there are still volleyball tournaments, which I'm being told there are, you're just going to have to drop your daughter off. You understand? And wait in the parking lot.
Okay.
And you can always do the audiobooks in the parking lot. There's always something to do.
And Judge, she does live in Brewster County. If we can transfer to Brewster County.
Where's Brewster?
Alpine.
Where's Alpine?
These were my questions, Judge.
Have you ever heard of Sorrel State University?
Where's Sorrel State University?
Big Bend.
Okay, Big Ben.
Yes.
All right, awesome. So Brewster, can you spell that? I don't want to mess up.
BREWSTER.
Oh, it's like the women of Brewster Place. Okay.
Who are the women of Brewster Place?
Oh my God, you should be embarrassed for saying that. Although Zach doesn't know either. So
Thank you, Zach.
I got you.
there's going to be a transfer to Brewster County. I'm going to order anger management. All right, we can go off the record. I am not going to be the judge that is supervising your probation. Of course, probation technically was supervised, but if there's an issue with your probation, you'll have to go to the judge that sent this case to me to accept your plea. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
thank you.
Thank you.
Let's get the facts straight. She loves a verbal ashtray. Never blowing smoke when she gets pissed. She's quick to castrate. Love her on a good day, love her on a bad day. Either way, she's here to stay, stay, stay.